Hello and welcome back to Stress Unplugged. I'm your host Dr. Ramprakash, and today we are diving into our first episode. What exactly is stress? You've heard the word stress 1,000 times, but do you really know what is it? Let's break it down. To start, let's go back, way back to the time of our ancestors. Imagine a caveman walking through the forest searching for food. He is relaxed, enjoying the fresh air, when suddenly he hears a rustling sound in the bushes. Out of nowhere, a tiger appears in front of him. Immediately, his heart starts racing, his muscles tenses up, and his mind is laser focused on just one thing: survival, fight or flight. That is stress in action, the body's natural response to danger. In moments of extreme threat, stress can be a lifesaver. It triggers the fight or flight response, preparing your body to either battle the threat or run like crazy. Your heart pumps more blood, your senses sharpen, and adrenaline kicks in, giving you a burst of energy. In the caveman's case, stress helped him either fight off the tiger or more likely run to safety. It was essential for survival back then. But here is the thing. Today, most of us aren't running from tigers. Instead, our threats look a little different. It's that pile of work you can't seem to finish, an important meeting, or your phone buzzing with notifications that won't stop. The stress response kicks in just the same. Your heart races, your mind goes into overdrive, and suddenly that to-do list feels as dangerous as a wild animal. Stress isn't always bad. In some doses, it's actually helpful. Think of it as your body's alarm system. It gives you the energy and focus you need to make challenges, whether it's giving a presentation or meeting a tight deadline. This kind of short-term stress is called acute stress. But here is where things get tricky. Imagine if our caveman felt that same intense stress response every single day, even when there was no tiger in sight. Over time, his body would wear down. And that's what happened to us with chronic stress. When stress doesn't go away and your body stays in the heightened state of days, weeks, or even months. Chronic stress is exhausting, and over time it can seriously damage your health. We'll talk more about the long-term effects of stress in future episodes. But just know that chronic stress can affect everything from your sleep to your digestion, your mood, and even your immune system. So what exactly is stress? At its core, it's your body's way of responding to demands or threats. But in the modern world, our bodies sometimes struggle to distinguish between real danger and everyday pressure. And that's where the trouble begins. In the coming episode, we'll dive deeper into how stress affects your brain, your body, and your relationships. And most importantly, we'll explore ways to manage it so it doesn't manage you. Remember Sarah, the busy professional we talked about in her introduction episode? She wasn't running from tigers either, but the constant flow of emails, meetings, and deadlines felt just as overwhelming. Her body reacted like she was always under attack, even when the danger was simply her inbox. But here's the good news. Sarah's story doesn't have to be yours. You can learn how to recognize stress, manage it, and even use it to your advantage. That's all for today's episode of Stress Unplugged. Next time, we'll take a closer look at the science behind stress, what happens in your brain and body when you are stressed, and why it's not just all in your head. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to take a moment for yourself today. Whether it's a deep breath, a short walk, or just unplugging from technology for a few minutes. Small steps make a big difference. See you next time on the next episode of Stress Unplugged. Thank you.